Hey, I'm Caleb Taylor. This is how I made my own script-driven branching dialogue system using the MVC architecture with custom and behavior from scratch in GameMaker Studio 2. First, I'll explain what it can do and show how the system works. We'll be using a demo from the game The Wishing Tower that I developed to develop and test the system out. So we'll show basic branching and dialogue. So I'm able to choose branch 1 out of 2. And I'm able to choose between branch 3 and branch 4. The important thing to note here was the script-driven position of text boxes over the person speaking, and the X icon being visible above the NPC's head, indicating my ability to initiate another conversation. So for this next conversation, we'll choose the branch with custom end behavior that doesn't allow me to talk to the NPC again. So by choosing branch 4, you'll see they indicate custom end behavior, and I'm unable to talk to the NPC. Now we'll get into the constituents of the dialogue system and how it all works together. First, the M in MVC, the model or data behind the system. I wanted to take a script or screenplay first approach to the system, making a majority of the conversation and branching dictated by the script itself. I did so to cut down on the amount of code I had to wrangle during the script writing portion and make it easier for non-coder writers to use. The format the model follows will be familiar to screenwriters. We have the actor who is speaking in the first position, so O player or O talk to me 95, and then any lines that that person is saying afterwards. This also tells the text box which object to appear over, so you can have many actors on screen talking just defined by one script. You'll also notice that some screenplay items have more than one line to them, like this one with branch 1 and branch 2. This indicates a branch in the dialogue. Depending on what the player chooses, the controller will stitch the chosen branch to the current one, but more on that later. You'll also notice different branch variables defined in this object's creation code. This is so that the writer can submit the main branch of dialogue and all possible branches in one document, and just makes it easier to see. Then at the end of the screenplay, or even at the end of the branch, we have an end behavior defined. So this one down here is set to restart, meaning the script will restart from the beginning if the player chooses to talk to this NPC again. But here we can see custom end behavior defined as terminate, which eponymously terminates the conversation forever and gets the behavior we want once we're done talking. Next, we will briefly cover the V in MVC, the view. I have the game draw a simple text box, which shows the current index and line of the screenplay above the correct actor, indicated by the script. Last but not least, the controller, or branching scripts, text scripts, and custom end and end behavior. Just to break it down into steps, we start with the scriptwriter. A scriptwriter will add 2 or more dialogue branching options to the script, as seen here and in these branch dialogues here and here. Then they'll write the branches out in full and add them to the creation code as their own variables. Next, the object which hold the scripts in its creation code will need custom behavior defined for each branch. So beyond just advancing to the next branch of dialogue, you can add variable changes here, or run functions, or otherwise manipulate the game state in this giant collection of if statements. Firstly, though, we'll need to join the relevant branches together, or the dialogue will miss the chosen branch and skip over it. And that is defined here. The branch script takes the main screenplay variable and its current index, then stitches it together with the indicated branch array, and stitches the rest of the screenplay variable on the end. And because of the way it's set up, this can work for multiple branches, branches within branches, and fold back narrative. And next, we can define any variable changes or custom events triggered by this specific branch being chosen. So we're back to this if statement where the writer and game designer can collaborate openly with what variables need to change and what events need to be triggered when a certain branch is chosen. After the branches are linked and the behavior is defined, our dialog system is ready. I purposely made this portion more open and editable by everyone, where it could easily have been wrapped in a function or script itself, just for that open sort of collaboration and fine control over the game state. Then the controller will automatically progress through the screenplay, link branches on the fly in real time, and change any variables or game states as needed. As I said, the system is also capable of branches within branches, foldback narratives, and even more bespoke behavior by correctly pointing the branches in the right direction with more custom behavior as described. And that's basically it. You can check the code out on my GitHub, linked in the description. And I just wanted to make a script-driven, branch-capable dialogue system with the ability to easily trigger in-game changes in real time. I wanted to optimize the script-to-game pipeline as much as possible while using native GMS2 code and functionality with no outside libraries or dependencies like Inkle or Yarn. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this helpful, and have a nice day.